Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Denasia, but you can call me Nay, and that is no E. So we're gonna get right into today's video. Today's video is going to be a very detailed makeup tutorial for me. I don't wear makeup every day, but this is like my everyday glam, because every time I do wear makeup, I love a soft, natural beat. So that's what I'm going to be giving you guys today. This is going to be very detailed, so anybody should be able to follow along with it. But I don't want to talk too much. Let me get right into this video, because I know I've been killing y'all all summer with the nursing school series. So I said, let me teach them that I'm not a one-trick pony, okay? Your girl does multiple things. Every good, flawless base starts with very good skin prep. I've already done my skin prep. As you guys can see, she's looking glowy, she's looking refreshed. For me, skin prep is always going to be very simple. My under eyes, I do have genetic creases under my eyes. Like, it's never gonna go away. It's like a thing. So for me, I pay a lot of attention to my under eye area, just because anywhere you have a crease on your face, the makeup is going to crease there. Makeup cannot fix creases, but you can do a lot of things to try to make them as minimal as possible. So I like to go in with a really good moisturizer. In the summertime, I kind of tend to go a little bit more lightweight, but my face has been really dry recently. So this is my go-to moisturizer. It's really rich and it keeps your skin very moisturized. This is the La Roche-Posay Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream, and I absolutely love this moisturizer. You can also go in with sunscreen after that. For under my eyes, today I'm keeping it very simple, but I also sometimes go in with the Ordinary caffeine solution. But we're not going to talk too much about that. Let's get into what y'all guys really came here for, which is the makeup part. So there is kind of a debate on whether or not primers even do anything. Me personally, I feel as though they do, especially if you tend to have a problem area. You don't have to always use them if you do good skin prep, but for me, I use a primer. So the 3 primers I use, because I found over time primers that work for different parts of my face. Under my eyes, I use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. On my face, I use the Milk Makeup Matte Primer. And then on my eyelids, I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer. So for the Urban Decay primer, I take the applicator and apply it directly to my eye, and then I make sure I let it sit for a couple minutes before I blend it in. For the e.l.f. primer, I just kind of go in directly under my eye, making sure that I'm blending it out really well. And then the matte primer, I pretty much just rub that in like a moisturizer. So you can just see me doing that right here. Okay, so now after you've done your primer, let it sit for, I would say, about a few minutes, and then you're gonna go into your brows. So I only use 2 products for brows. I use this e.l.f. Brow Lift. It's like a clear gel, and then I also use the application tool that comes with it. So it has like a spoolie on the end and then a little thing to scoop the gel out. And then I kind of already have pretty thick brows, and I really like how they look just on their own. So I don't really do a lot to my brows. This kind of keeps them in place. And then, but sometimes I do, like when I'm going for a more full glam look, I do like to kind of darken the outside of my brow, just on towards the edge, because I do like that ombre look. And for that, I use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in the shade Espresso. I applied the e.l.f. brow gel directly to my brow, and then I just kind of push that up with the spoolie, making sure I'm putting my brow hairs in the direction I want them to go. Then I take the gel brow pen and I just kind of darken the ends of my brow, making sure not to go too close to the middle. And with the concealer, I like to start towards the middle of my brow and not the front, to give it more of a natural look. So now that my brows are all finished up, the next step that I like to move on to is concealer. So this is a new thing for me, not using any foundation. If you do want to use foundation, the foundations that are used are the NARS Longwear in the shade Manus, and then also the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Macoa. I don't know, M-A-C-A-O. So those are the two shades that I do use when I'm using foundation. I have kind of been loving the no foundation look because I need a foundation somewhere in between these that also is very, very good and doesn't crease. The one that I have found that is in between this coverage and then this lighter coverage, but also, you know, is at a good price point and I like how it looks on my skin, the undertone is good, is the Maybelline Fit Me. Everyone knows that it's the OG, but my skin is so creasing prone that foundation does not last all day for me, and I love a full day look. I can get a couple hours out of it, but like when I'm trying to have that makeup on from AM to PM, it doesn't work for me. This one works so good, but it's a lot more full coverage than I like on a day-to-day basis, so I tend to go no concealer quite frequently. But let me go ahead and show you guys the rest of the steps. So for concealer, I use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and for my shade, my darker shade, I use Chestnut, and then for my lighter shade I use Butterscotch. So this Butterscotch is also what is under my the arch of my brow right now, just for that more snatched brow, since I don't really do too much to my brows. But for under my eye, I'm gonna go in with the Chestnut, and I'll talk more about the placement. For the concealer, I just kind of like to slowly apply it with a small flat brush, just so I can make sure that I'm controlling where the product goes. And then you'll see where I like to place my concealer in the next clip. And then as far as blending, I just start from the edge with a small fluffy brush and work my way towards the middle, really making sure to take my time and blend in small patting motions. For contour, I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Contour, and I just kind of apply it in the areas that you see, and then I blend it as such. And then from there, I just kind of went in and placed my foundation in the blank spaces. So basically everywhere the product was not already placed, and then I just kind of blend that in slow patting motions with like a medium size flat brush. And then here you'll see me go back in with my concealer blush, just to try to make sure that all the transitions between each step of the makeup routine is very seamless. Okay, so at this point in the makeup journey, I've done my at this point in the makeup journey, I've done the liquid contour, I've done my first layer of concealer. So now we're about to go in with some blush. So I have a lot of blushes that I love, but we'll just go work down the list. So I love the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. I don't know what shade this is, but this shade, it's so tea. Juvia's Place in the shade Pink Lady. Rare Beauty in the shade Happy. And then I also love the Juvia's Place in the shade Sweet Berry. This one I usually do like an ombre effect, so I usually start with the Sweet Berry out here and then blend in here kind of closer under the eye. Today we're not doing that because I want to go for a just very natural, that's very like nighttime glam, okay, like that takes it there, but something to think about. So what I do for my liquid blushes, because it can be very pigmented, I literally take one singular drop, not even a lot, and I place it down on some type of hard surface, and then I take a like flat brush. This is a random brush that I got from the dollar store when I was out of town because I left my brush at home. And then this is what I use to blend out my stuff. I don't put anything directly on my face. Honestly, let me not lie. I'm not gonna lie, when I'm in a rush, I put a lot of stuff directly on my face, like directly with the applicator, but it doesn't give you as flawless of a base, so I try not to do that when I have the time. So I start really high up on my cheekbones and then just work your way down and be mindful of the placement so you're not blending too much, so you don't end up with just a pink face. So now I go in with my second layer of concealer, which is just like I told you guys earlier, it's the butterscotch. So I go in with that. Yeah. For my second layer of concealer, which is the lighter concealer, I just go ahead and place a little amount in the inner corner of both my eyes. And while I'm blending, I just make sure to keep that very central to where I placed it so that I make sure I don't go too light under my eyes. Then I go in with the Laura Mercier setting powder and I just kind of press that in with a powder puff. My topper blush is the Juvia's Place Blush Duo. Okay, so I just went in with a powder blush on top of the liquid. I kind of want to do a little bit more, but I don't want to take it too far because I tend to do that with the blush and then I don't like it. So I'm trying to keep things very cutesy, very demure. Just enough for the blush because I've been known to go a bit ham. Okay, I've been known to go a bit ham. I'm sorry. So I did that. Very cutesy. Now I'm about to do my eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I keep things very simple because I suck at it, and that's just me being real. We gotta know our strengths and our weaknesses. Well, I suck at it on myself. On other people, I can do a little bit more eyeshadow. Of course I can, like as a makeup artist, but on myself, it doesn't eat. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe X Meredith palette. This is my palette that I have bought for makeup specifically because it has all of the shades that you could possibly, like, you know, need. So for my light brown, I'm gonna go in with, hold on, wait, yeah, I'm gonna go in with this brown right here. And then for eyeshadow, I keep things very simple. So I go in with the light brown shade and put that all over my eye. And then I put the darker brown shade just around the perimeter and on the ends. So now that I've done my eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with some bottom liner. So I couldn't show y'all me putting on the eyeliner because I had to stand up. But for the eyeliner, literally all I do is I take this. I basically pull this down with the beauty blender and then I just go under the eye one time. It's not too hard and my eyes don't water. Some people's eyes water, so be mindful. If you know your eyes are like prone to watering, I wouldn't even bother, honestly. It's not even worth it. So my lip combo never changes. It's always the NYX Rebel Kind lip pencil, which is like a dark brown, with either the NYX Cane's Lip Butter Gloss or the NYX London Butter Gloss. The London is like a nude and then this is like a pink. So today I'm gonna go with the Cane's and the Rebel Kind. I'm just gonna go and line my lips. So this is how the lip looks without any lip gloss. So this is just the liner. And then I kind of blend it in a little bit. Now I'm going to go in and add the lip gloss. Oh, yeah. First.
I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to try.
Okay Okay guys, so the lashes are on, and that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions for me, make sure you leave them in the comments down below, and I'll definitely get back to you guys. But let me know how you guys like this video, and if y'all want more makeup content in the future, I'll be able to tell. So if I see the likes and the views and the subscribers, I'll be like, oh hey, they like the makeup content, and I'll start trying to incorporate this more frequently. Next time I want to do a chit chat with me, because I love to yap. Y'all already know I'm a certified yapper. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you follow me on all my socials, especially my makeup page. It's kind of been on the back burner because my first semester of nursing school was crazy, but I'm actually trying to start back up with that and, you know, giving it more of my attention, hence this video. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my socials. And I just love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
I don't even say bye no more. I be like, mwah, no bras.